COVID-19 has impacted everyone's life in one way or another this year. For some, it has completely ruined what they built up, destroying jobs, family gatherings, and even taking lives. For others, the virus has done little to nothing, making it seem as if the virus was some sort of joke or overblown media conspiracy, hyping it up to scare the country before elections. As a result, the state of Texas has fluxed between not worried at all and extremely worried. We were in a brief lockdown. Masks are required while venturing outside fast food places and restaurants. Stores are experiencing different hours than normal, and to top it all off, contact with high risk individuals are still not recommended if you're out and about a lot, following guidelines set in place by the CDC themselves. Throughout all of the chaos and confusion of this year, among the forefront for most needed to get their things together is the education system. In an article posted by NBC News, it discussed the firsthand how teachers across the world are voicing their concerns about schools reopening their campuses despite rising cases in COVID-19. To quote a segment, while the United Nations warned Wednesday of a global education emergency if kids could not return to school after months of lockdowns, teachers are concerned about safety and lack of contingency planning as COVID-19 causes continue COVID-19 cases continue to rise. The article continued on providing excerpts from teachers around the world: Germany, South Korea, Britain, and even Scotland. Teachers from all of these places and more were discussing how dangerous going to school is right now, even whilst they all explore different strategies for handling COVID-19 respectively, ranging from locking down areas with higher infection rates and requiring masks for everyone above the age of 12. Texas teachers are no different. In an article posted by the Texas Tribune, it expresses that Texas teachers are demanding the schools be safe before returning to full-time pre-COVID learning. However, they have little leverage short of quitting. It goes on to discuss the plight of a teacher named Daniel Dower, who resigned from his job and sent two letters out. One to his employer, explaining that he would gladly return to teaching remotely from his home, but didn't feel safe jeopardizing both his family safety and his own by returning to the classroom, whilst the other would go to his students, begging them to stick with virtual learning and online courses for their own safety, and expressing a large lack of faith in the independent school district's plan for bringing teachers and students back into the classroom. He's not alone. In conclusion, the country and the world as a whole is having difficulty adjusting to the dangers of COVID, especially when it's combined with the fact that young folks of today's world need an education. Yet still, without proper steps being taken, the number of cases will simply rise with no clear sign of stopping, which is why we need to stop rushing big decisions and talk things through thoroughly as a country